Odyssey is well known for having extra tension at the front of the case, as well as along the spine, which can result in unfavorable gaming experiences. So we just like to help ease that tension away. I like to begin each chiropractic session with a gentle massage in order to relax the patient before the more aggressive portion of the procedure. I'm just going to do a bit of deep tissue massage here before we move on to the spine. Alright, let's move on to that spinal area. The spine portion of the Super Mario Odyssey case is well known for being quite narrow and thus not having a lot of surface area to help support the weight needed in order to carry such a highly acclaimed game. Let's go ahead and get your game opened up. Alright. And next, I just like to massage along the spine on the inside of the case. The last step before we begin a couple of chiropractic adjustments. Alright, I'm just going to take a hand and go underneath the right case clavicle, and I'm going to brace with my left hand here on the left clavicle. The right is under my hand, or I guess on top of my hand. Alright, deep breaths here. 3, 2, 1. And massage it out. Once again, 3, 2, 1. And rinse and repeat. 3, 2, 1. Alright. And this just gets those joints and fibrous connections of the spine of the case just moving, and provides just a little bit more plastic flow, which just helps it to stay fluid and smooth in its motions. Alright, and to the other side, nice and gentle there. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And get a sense of how that's looking there on that spine. It's feeling much better. Perhaps just one here on the back. As you can see, we still have a bit of plastic scoliosis present, so perhaps one more. Alright, just warming up the area, and 3, 2, 1. And excellent. That's feeling much better. Alright, I think your Super Mario Odyssey case is feeling rejuvenated. Let's move on. Oh, yes, I can feel the tension already. Let's get a quick massage. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is well known for having extraordinary tension held along the inside of the case, right along that spinal cord. Let's move on here to the spine. With these Nintendo Switch cases, sometimes you have to be just a bit more quick in your movements and just a slight heavier, and they can really hold a lot of stubborn tension. Alright, let's do a few adjustments here on the back before we head to the more stubborn side. Alright, and 3, 2, 1. Just get a bit of tension relief there, and 3, 2, 1. That's feeling good. I think actually here. Yes, right there. Sometimes on these left clavicles, left from the supine position, sometimes they can, yes, right there. Sometimes they get just a bit of build up there. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright, one more. 3, 2, 1. And that was what we were looking for. Excellent. Alright. Let's move to, yes, as you can see, it's very clear we have a huge buildup of tension here along the internal look at this spine. So we are just going to try to get, there we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And it's a little bit better. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And we are getting there. 3, 2, 1. Alright. That's feeling a bit better. So I'm just going to palpate a bit of the area to see if we have any areas of tension that are unresolved. Yes. Oftentimes near this cartridge holding area, we do have some positions that can be quite tense. Alright, let's see there. Yes. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And it's slight but substantial. 3, 2, 1. Much better. Alright. I think, yes, we are right on track. Okay. These it still is a bit overstressed because of the shape and squareness of the case. So you do at times have to be just a bit more careful with these and have just a bit of a softer touch and slower movements. So we're really going to try to slow it down for these 3DS cases. And now to the back. Just using slightly circular motions, being very deliberate with each of my placements. And now to the spine. As you can hear, that spine is just a bit tense, which is common. Let's open it up. Oh yes, that's what I was afraid of because of the anatomical structure on the inside of the case. There is a lot of structural weakness in this area, which is where a lot of the pain comes from. So we're just going to try to relieve some of that pressure. Let's get just a gentle adjustment here. Alright, there it is. 3, 2, 1. And yes, 3, 2, 1. That's feeling better, but I feel like we have other tension here. Oh, there it is. Alright. 3, right here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Surprisingly, yes, it seems to be